Now, one of the things I get asked a lot is the bike fast? And to me, yes, it is. Where in the world can you go over 120 miles per hour constantly? So for that reason, I don't really need it to go 120 miles per hour. It easily goes 50 to 100, and you can ride on the interstate without having any trouble in traffic whatsoever. It seems like it's most comfortable in the 50 to 100 range as far as speed and the way that the bike picks up. That seems to be the best ranges for it. Now, 0 to 60 is roughly 5 to 6 seconds. So to me, the bike is fast. To most people, those specs might not be that impressive, but to me it is. It's all I need. Next question I get asked is it expensive? Well, yes it is. It's roughly, this one was around $20,000. They go from 18 up. Some of the Rykers are cheaper, and then the RT models get even higher up than this. One of the downsides, I think, is the cost of the aftermarket parts. The seat, the rims, everything seems to be $300 or $400 a pop. So for that reason, it is a little bit expensive. Now, one of the features of this bike is a safety feature, and a lot of people call it the Nanny. And what that does is when you're going around corners too fast, or if you're goofing off on the bike and it gets out of control, it does slow the engine down and controls the brakes on the two front and the back. And it keeps you from, whenever you're throttling too much, it slows the engine down, keeps you from losing control. That is a good feature when you're goofing off, but it is kind of aggravating whenever you're trying to play around on the bike. So to help eliminate that just a little bit, what they did is there's a button on here, it's an eco button, that changes it from eco to sport mode. And the sport mode allows you just to spin tires a little bit more and have a little bit more fun with it. It increases the throttle response, and it seems like it gives the bike more horsepower. So going around corners is not as slow as it would be in eco mode. One of the things I like about the bike is when you're riding two up, that you do not feel the person in the back whatsoever. Now, when you're riding two up on eco mode, it does slow the engine down even more, and on sport it does as well, because there's a little button in the back that whenever there's a rider there, the seat squishes down on that button and presses it in, activating the computer system to acknowledge there's another rider. So it controls the bike even better, and the Nanny kicks in a little bit more. So there is more stability and control with two up. That way you don't throw your partner off the back of it. The overall look of the bike, in my opinion, is both sporty and aggressive. A wider rear tire, lower stance, characteristics of a sport bike from the side view, and an aggressive look from the front all add up to a sexy, sleek, well-done design. I do like things that are different than everything else. I try to support companies that are willing to take a chance and use technology to create a great product. Let's face it, motorcycle's basic concept hasn't changed for a very long time. One wheel in the back and one in the front, with a motor in the middle. Can-Am is thinking outside the box, and I like that. The more I drive it, the more the semi-automatic shifting has become one of my more liked features. It gives me the satisfaction of being hands-on when driving, but has been greatly appreciated when I need to focus on safety. Because it automatically downshifts, I've been able to avoid accidents by not having to focus on shifting and paying more attention to the driver that is not paying attention to me. Each year, Can-Am has tried to improve their product a lot like the Jeep brand does. It seems that they listen to the consumer suggestions and try to implement them when possible. For example, the recent years of Spyders have a lot more easily swappable add-ons for comfort and storage. Also, one of the newest additions to the Can-Am lineup is the Ryker. Listening to the wants from customers, the Rykers are cheaper in cost, very customizable, and now have multiple speed modes to allow for more goofing off and playing when riding. The comfort of the Spyder to me is very impressive. Along with the U-Fit system, the seat, and rider position, the Spyder has a suspension that allows for a smooth ride for both driver and passenger. It easily handles rough roads and laughs at potholes and steers easily, which adds up to longer rides and less fatigue. To me, one of the harder things for me to change in my mindset of riding two wheels is you don't have to avoid road hazards. The Spyder has no trouble with small potholes, rough roads, and debris. With three wheels, you don't have to worry about losing control. The one downside is, because of its size, with three wheels, you cannot lane share. The Spyder is not like a regular motorcycle. It doesn't handle like one, ride like one, or basically look like one. My personal opinion is it is better. I do like riding a two-wheel motorcycle, but I just enjoy the ride and feel of the Spyder. Can-Am has done a remarkable job in building something different. They have done a good job in designing something for riders of all ages. This motorcycle is not only sporty, fast, comfortable, and fun, it is also safe and dependable. It does a wonderful job eliminating some of the hazards of a two-wheel motorcycle while keeping the freedom and fun of riding alive.